Alright, so this is the page 3 that we're going to move on to now. This is where you're going to fill out the actual monthly amounts, and so it's a little more confusing, so we're going to actually separate this a little bit, and so I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to have some pre-filled out ones to start with. Alright, so the first one that we're going to do, you can see, is basic monthly only burglary at $39.99. This is for a commercial account only on a landline account. So the total is $39.99, $39.99. That's the end of that one. The second one is if the customer chooses to go with cellular on a commercial. And if you notice that it's put into a bundle, so Bun 4, and the total is $45.99 per month, and so the total monthly is $45.99. So that's a commercial cellular account. The next one is a residential account, and that's where the warranty will kick in, is on a residential account, because on commercial accounts they're not going to have a warranty. So residential, $33.99, and then remote, keychain remote at $3. This is how it has to be filled out, because this is the way ADT requires it. So the total is $36.99, but it has to be broken apart like this. And that is, let's go back to that. This is a landline setup. So this is if the customer wanted to set it up through landline phone. The next one is landline phone, but is a way for you as the rep to make a little extra money by selling it at a higher price point. Bun 1 is two-way voice, and so it's a little bit more expensive, but it also gives you as the rep a better pay. So that is a total of $42.99. And in this particular case, I'm going to show you one example of if the customer were to say, hey, I don't want auto pay through checking or auto pay through credit card. And in this case, you would add a $1 monthly processing fee. So we're going to check that, and then it would be $1. And so the total in this case would be $43.99 per month. Now you can do the same thing on any of these other accounts. The only variation is that you have to have an approved score for that to work. So the approved score is a 700 or a better on the personal credit for them to be able to do invoicing at all. If they have under a 700 score, they are not able to do invoicing at all. So they have to choose auto pay checking or auto pay credit card, or they are not approved. Alright, so let's move. So this again was Bun 1, two-way voice on a residential customer. The next one we have is Bun 2A. Bun 2A is again a residential customer, but this is a cellular account. So the customer wants to do just cellular, or they maybe just they don't have a landline phone, or if they have a VoIP line, you would have to go with the cellular, because VoIP is not considered a means of communication under the landline. So again, Bun 2A, $44.99, $44.99. The last option is Tier 1A. This is where most of you should keep your monitoring at, because this is where you're going to make the most money. Tier 1A is the Pulse or Interactive Services, and the total is $49.99, so the total monthly is $49.99 per month. So you just fill that out just like that, and that's pretty much how that's done. Now I'm going to move back over to the original form here, and we're going to fill out the bottom portion of this. Okay, and so this is the billing section. To withdraw through checking account, you would fill out this section. To withdraw through credit card, you would fill out this section. So it's real simple. So if I'm going to do checking, I would just go here. Let's say they want to do checking monthly. You put in the bank name, ABC Bank. The routing number is going to be the 7-digit number on the left-hand side of the check, almost always. The account number is going to be the number to the right of the 7-digit number in the double parentheses. name as it appears on the bank, John Smith, and the billing address, 123 Main Street, Toledo, Ohio, and the zip code. And then whatever day of the month that they want to actually have that payment come out. They can choose, when they do checking, they can choose the actual date. So they could choose the 1st, they could choose the 30th, they could choose whatever they want. So in this case, I'm going to pick the 17th. Okay? So if that's all there is, that would be the checking at that point. If they want to do credit card, you would just fill out this section. So I'm actually just going to go like this. So now we're going to do credit card. So I'm going to fill out up here. And they can put the purchase amount total on a credit card also. So if they're going to pay for the $99 activation and any extra equipment, you would actually put purchase amount total and monthly service total. And again, choose what it is. We're going to do a MasterCard and we're going to do monthly. You fill out the card number, the cardholder's name, and you would have the customer sign right here. And then you would go ahead and put their Social Security number down here. So 111, whatever the number is, 446644. And then the beacon score is going to be a score that we're going to give you for the authorization of the credit score. So then that's the end of page 3. So we're going to flip this over and it gets much simpler at this point. Up at the top, if they are going to be invoicing, you would check this and you would have them, as far as you'd pick whichever they're doing, as far as monthly, quarterly, so forth, and then they would go ahead and authorize. Now, here's the interesting thing. You have to have them authorize here even if they are not doing invoicing. So you would leave this top part blank, but you'd still have them sign on this line. And we move down to emergency contacts. This part right here is completely blank. You don't do anything in that section. The password field is going to be what the customer wants as a password if they were to set the system off by mistake. So they come home, they somehow are not able to disarm the system sends the signal out to ADT. ADT is then going to call back to the house and they're going to ask for this password. And so we're going to put a password in. You notice there's only 5 fields, so you want to try to guide them to be under 5 or under fields. So I'm just going to put down the password is ball. Okay? Then our emergency contacts. The first emergency contact is always going to be the home number. You don't even have to put that down because that is the home number. Now if it's a cell phone number, then you want to go ahead and put that down. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to assume that they were doing cellular, and so I'm just going to put Smith, John, and his cell phone number, 40-666-1166, and this is going to be a cell phone. Same thing for Smith, Mary, and we're going to do cell phone again, 40-666-1167. And then we're going to put a third emergency contact down. You have to have at least 2 emergency contacts. So one way or another, you have to get 2 numbers in here. But we'll go Smith, Joe, and then we'll do a cell phone again, 440.